Usha family. I just want to thank Usha again. Hey, you guys hear that? So y'all gonna have to deal with that because we the thunder feel like speaking. Hey, the thunder feel like speaking, so we let it speak. But I'm glad to be here. Hey y'all, this is Usha. Thunder, mangoes, water, it's all that. But anyway, you remember Tuesday I said we was gonna talk about plants. So let's get into it. First of all, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys' support because, it's social media. Support means everything. And, I'm glad that I'm not just talking to the air. So, whenever the sky speaks, I'm not going to say nothing. Y'all can just enjoy it like we are because it's going to keep doing it. It's right over us. But anyway, getting to the plants. Like I said last week, we have three different types of plants. We have plants for food, plants for medicine, and plants for power. So let's get into that. First of all, plants represent a vibrational frequency. Everything on this planet do. And what they represent is the second vibration. And the second vibration is the vibration of eating and digesting. So all plants have to eat and digest some kind of food. They don't exist just out of air. No, they have to, even if that food is being extracted from the very air that's around it, it has to eat because that vibration represents eating and digesting. The thunder agrees. It's an agreement. And in that eating and digesting, it's all these myriad of characters. I mean, plants are characters, trust me, that have all these different functions. So let's talk about the eating plants first, since I always mention them first. What plants do we eat? Spinach, we eat broccoli. We really eat a lot of plants because all fruits are considered plants, and we eat numerous of them. So we have all these eating plants, but at the same time that we eat on these plants, they're still being medicine to our body because they restore us. When you eat a lot of leafy greens, it adds iron to your body that your body needs to do what? Oxygenate itself. So we have the eating plants that and we fix them up all kind of beautiful ways too. And I love it. I mean, it's a world that is totally necessary. I'm a fruit loving brother. I mean, we have trees that produce coconuts that give you water, man. You thirsty? Nothing quenches your thirst like a cold coconut. Well, regular coconut, but I like to drink them cold. They be so damn good. So, I love it. Y'all know it's live when you gotta hear that. This is not aired, it is live. Anyway, that's one aspect of plants is eating. And they heal us too. And then you have the medicinals. What are they? Oh, they are too numerous to number. But we know some. Really, before I go there, sea moss is a sea vegetable. It's a seafood. So just saying that. It's a food too. So then we have the medicinals. Woohoo! Cracking. That kind of like got all up in that eardrum, huh? The medicinals, we can say stuff like burdock, chaparral. Look at that bird just fell down. Boop.
I seen them struggling.
Must have was a nest up there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we right in the middle of the jungle, so these things happen all the time. So then we have, like, again, I'm going back. We have the medicinals, burdock, chaparral. I mean all kind, mullein. You name it. I can go through hundreds of herbs that we use to heal our bodies. A lot of people think that healing plants are part of some crackery. Like, it's not real because the doctors don't recommend this. And they say that they don't have no evidence that these things work. Well, I'm going to say this. Prior to uh, AMA, that's the American Medical Association, ever existed, or any other form of medicine, people was using plants. So for them to say that they're not viable is just the height of bullshit. And think about it. We know that if you go eat a castor bean, you don't have to eat the whole bean. That's the bean off the castor tree. That's what they make castor oil from. You take a little piece of that bean and you eat that, I guarantee you're going to wish you hadn't because you're going to be shitting for days. You're going to sit as close as you can to a toilet. And it's not like you're going to be able to get up and go do something. No, you're going to sit your behind right there and wait till you got to go back in there because you want it to be at the closest distance you can have it to yourself. So, if that little, I didn't say the whole bean, I said a piece of it has that kind of effect on our body, why don't we think those other plants have the same powerful effects that they are known for? We have to quit pretending and accept the reality that either plants do what they say they do or they don't. Well, what happened with us, a lot of us start doubting. Oh, well, they said that this haven't been proven. It's not FDA approved and all this madness. Hey, y'all, we don't live in a world like that. We live in the world of the living, not the dead. The living understands that life begets life. And what they do in those pharmaceutical laboratories ain't got nothing to do with life. Those plants have every single thing to do with life. Those medicinal plants are everywhere. They grow in your front yard. Dandelion, the one that people want to kill more than it. Man, kill that dandelion. I don't want no dandelion in my yard. Dandelion is one of the most powerful blood purifiers they are. And it's right in your yard. And yet we say, kill that weed. I don't want that shit in my front lawn. It's making my grass look ugly. So, it's how we have been taught to relate to plants is what becomes a big hindrance to us in plants helping us. Because when you relate to plants on the level of understanding that they are a level 2 vibrational frequency and that you are a higher vibrational frequency, I don't know what level you vibrating on. You may be vibrating on. That was
It's like
serious.
something came in here. Did you see it?
I
It's
didn't see it
sparked in
coming here,
here.
but I definitely saw it close.
It's sparked in here.
Anyway, it's right over our heads, so hey,
Yeah.
you know,
We might need to.
it's cool. It's just charged in the air. You know what happens?
No, it's okay.
No, when lightning strikes, it puts so many ions in the air. Everything gets supercharged. That's why plants love it. They get supercharged. That's all electricity.
Right.
So do we. That's why we be like, oh, wow. But we don't know that that's exciting the atoms in our body at the same time. So, getting back. The plants. We need to have more of a relationship with plants. A lot of people don't even realize that a lot of the fruit that they get out of the store grows on plants. It may sound crazy to you, but I've heard that, so it don't sound crazy to me. I know a lot of folks believe that, they don't know where it comes from. So when they see you pick something when you outside, they look at you like you're crazy, like you getting ready to eat that. You just pick that from there, you gonna eat it? Well, where the hell you think you get it from? So then when you're dealing with an individual and they say they're sick and you go pick a plant, they're looking at you like, what you gonna do with that? Oh, this is for you. What am I supposed to do with that? I'm gonna tell you. And they have all these doubts start happening. Instead of them going, wow, this plant can help me, and appreciating the fact that that plant have the ability to help you. Those are the medicinals that so many of us need. Now we're going to talk about another set of plants, power plants. Oh, those are they are my favorites. Power plants are just what they say they are, power plants. They're not something that you're going to be trying to take on no regular daily basis because they won't allow you to do that. You have to deal with them real respectfully. And I say that because, marijuana is one of those that's considered power plants. Yet, it has the ability, because it's a medicinal and our power plant, it has the ability to where you can enjoy it on a regular basis without it doing any damage to your body. And that's facts. They downplay that plant for a long time, talking about it had no medicinal value. Yet they know that plant cures cancer. It annihilates cancer cells. It cures so many things. Why? Because of the cannabinol content. We have the same in our bodies. The same. So now, again, we're talking about power plants. There's a lot of them that a lot of people don't know about. Like right now in our yard, we growing Tolawachi. That plant is on a whole nother level. But what it does, it opens up our perception. It allows us to perceive differently, which allows us to know more about ourselves. Because when you don't allow yourself to move out of that box that you've created around yourself, you get stuck. And power plants have the ability to shake you right from the roots so that you can be mobile again. Because we don't realize how immobile we become with how we box ourselves into everything. Ideas that we think is rock solid. Let me tell you, ain't nothing rock solid. Everything is always fluid and in motion. And why is that? Because everything is always changing. We were just experiencing all that cracking and thundering and lightning, and now look, it didn't pass. And now it didn't will accompany a nice breeze that's blowing, and it feels damn good. But see, that's what I'm talking about. A minute ago, there wasn't no breeze. Everybody sitting here attest to you, it was no breeze. All we heard was crackling and thunder. Still here, but it's a breeze blowing now. That tells us that it's going to be raining pretty doggone soon. But anyway, getting back to the power plants. You have plants like peyote. They have peyote churches in Texas and Mexico and different places. But in order for you to consume this cactus, You have to be part of a church. What kind of madness is that? And this is a plant. Who ever gave anybody the right to regulate a plant? Who are you? Who the hell are you? We all came here the same. I came through a womb. You came. Everybody comes through a womb. So wait, unless you drop down from the stars and just dropped and manifested yourself here, then we can talk on a different level. But as long as you came here the same way I did, you ain't gonna tell me what I can and cannot use. That was put here before we ever got here. And was put here for us to what? Enjoy.
I mean, and there are places in the world where everything is totally
Legal.
legal.
Right,
And they
as it
don't
should
even
be.
have addicts there. Like,
They don't have
totally
addicts.
legal.
Say it again. Don't have addicts. Why? Because
Yeah.
whenever you take something to say you can't have it, the very nature of human existence is to go, why can't I have it? And now I have to try it.
Right.
Why? Because we're here to be free. Power plants help free you up. They help shake you out of the idea of yourself. And there's all types that do all types of things. Mushrooms, peyote, ayahuasca. I mean, I can go on. I mean, they got so many. But they're power plants, and they considered power plants. Why? Because they allow you to generate power within yourself. Oh, you have to move now, babe. It's raining.
It's probably just gonna come down right there, but we good. You good.
All right, cool. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? So, the more knowledge we acquire about dealing with these different types of plants, the more attuned you get to your own body, and the more equipped your body will be to handle itself under whatever conditions it finds itself. That's the power of plants. So, I encourage. I mean, lately, me and Aja we've been digging into just investigating all the plants that we have growing. And we've been coming up with some amazing results about studies that's been done on these different plants and the parts of them. Oh man, it's been a joy to both of us. We be both excited out there. Well, we didn't know this did this. Let's get some of this. Last night I made some spinach with some of the cranberry hibiscus, African hibiscus. It was absolutely delicious. And that hibiscus is so full of nutrients. So now we found something that we can add to our spinach that adds to the nutrition of the total meal. And it tastes good. So y'all, come on now. I sit here and we talk and I share so that we all can benefit. Because I like to hear that somebody said, man, I heard you say this, I went and got this. Man, let me tell you what it did. I love those kind of testimonies, they call them. I call them people acknowledging their newfound knowledge, and they acknowledge that they received the knowledge by going out experiencing the knowledge. That's the key. Experiencing. Knowledge without experience is nothing but information in your head. Knowledge coupled with experience become wisdom and power. Why? Because now you can utilize it for things that you didn't even have a clue you could utilize it for. So y'all see it's raining now, huh? It feels good. And the plants love it. I love it when it rains because that means I don't have to get out there and water them. The earth watering it, it takes care of itself. As should we. It is our example. And what do? Run for help at every given turn. Help me! We do, man. And it's like, why? Let's take the example that's around us. and help ourselves to become the best self that we can be. And that's what these plants are for. They are here to assist us on this journey. The power plants, the medicinal plants, the edible, all of them are here to sustain and up and build us up and make us powerful. They have that ability. And I want to say this because we started a new thing called shooting the breeze with Asami, and that's what we talking about. The plants that we growing, we showing how we plant them, we showing them as they grow. We talk about what they do. So when you want to just hear some information about plants, come to shooting the breeze with Asami, and we will be sharing a lot of information about plants on that little. So, and I want to encourage everybody to go check out the store. We got some good stuff there. Like I said, we're gonna be expanding, and we keep seeing different things that we can make. Look, we about are about creating. So when we get ideas about creating, we be doing it, man. And so you guys can expect some beautiful stuff coming out because it's just the beauty that's been coming to us. We have to share. So with that being said, if anybody have any questions, by all means, now's the time to ask them.
So when you mention marijuana and it has like healing properties and stuff like that, like even in my teenage years, I never had an issue with marijuana. But when I started the detox, it breaks me out. Like I break out in hives. I be itching. I've even tried to like make some butter out of like coconut oil,
Mm-hmm.
and I ingested it, and
Where you get your bud from?
that's probably it.
I'm sure it is.
That's probably it. My homeboy, he was growing it, and I know he was using like a lot of
Food different.
yeah,
Sprays.
different fertilizers and all types of
Yeah,
stuff.
see, you got to. That's
And
the thing that you got to be most careful of, bro. Is when you dealing with any plant. I don't care which one. You got to be careful about the people you're getting it
you
from
best
because
you want the
people.
most natural form.
Exactly,
Right.
because folks like putting pesticides and
Yeah.
herbicides and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and that goes into the plant. So when you take it, it's gonna directly affect you.
Yeah, it did. It really did. Like I had my face had swollen up. I had to get Benadryl.
Yeah, it was something in that
It's
stuff, man.
probably something they're treating it with that you simply
Yeah,
allergic
but
to.
like the clean, but yeah, I'm sure it's that whatever the process that it was taken through. But when my body is clean, I can't do it.
Where do you
Not
live?
that kind. I live in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan.
Is it legal in Michigan?
It is legal.
Decriminalized? Can you grow a plant there?
You can.
That's what you need to do,
Yeah.
and you'll see a big difference.
You won't have those problems.
Big difference, man. You shouldn't. Hey, I've been growing since I was 15.
Hmm.
I'm 66, so I've been growing a long time.
Yeah.
Growing is everything, cause then you know what you've done, you put into it. You always watering it and going over there caring for it. So when you pull that plant, it does the same thing for you. Ain't no way it's gonna break you out now after you didn't care for it.
Hmm.
It's gonna show you the same love you gave it.
Yeah.
That's why I love growing mine. I love it.
And there are just certain chemicals that are just commonplace now with growing marijuana, particularly in the states,
Hmm.
and all of the growers use them.
Yeah.
You could just
they be
in
trying to make them stronger and all of
all
that.
No,
that
not
turn
just
them out
that.
quicker. The
Grow
rotation.
faster.
Yeah.
Azatine, what's that one you said they put on?
As a trend.
One of them chemicals, and it's a female hormone they use as a insecticide, a biocide, whatever they're using it for, but it affects men directly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, look, we have to
As
wake
a
up
trend.
and realize that hey, the people who are behind the money don't care nothing about people. All they bottom line is money. So what do they care what's sprayed on it,
Right.
how it was treated? All they care about is the bottom line, the dollar. How much am I getting?
Right.
And that's how we get messed up. And it's not that they're intentionally messing us up, is that we should be more responsible for what we intaking.
Yeah.
But that's good that your body told you.
Oh yeah,
Said
yeah,
no.
yeah. I
This
was
is
like, man, it ain't
garbage.
for me.
It
Yeah.
wasn't that it wasn't for you, that wasn't for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, any more questions out there? Did I answer your question?
You did. You did. You did.
Hey y'all, well, hey, tomorrow Friday, I hope you guys enjoy yourself. And look, grow something. This is the time for you to start planting. So think about that before the weekend get here, about what you can plant over your time off or whenever day you have off, be it Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Monday. I don't, they got all kind of weird stuff. Now a lot of you guys get to work from home, so you can be digging in the yard and doing all kind of stuff. Grow something. Start growing something. And the reason why I say that is because you're gonna appreciate yourself more for doing it. Plants have a way of helping us to escape the madness of that unreality that we live in, and they bring us back to reality. So, with that being said, hey, love y'all. Have a beautiful life, and I'll see y'all Tuesday.
Do y'all have duck flower in the store?
And they sell capsules that have duck flower in it,
Oh,
but they don't
duck
have
dust.
yeah,
Okay.
because I look.